How's it going, guys? We have a very nice, short, sweet, very useful lesson today on weighted means. So what this is all about, say for example you asked your teacher, how much was this quiz worth? How much are quizzes worth in general compared to tests or compared to assignments or participation, homework, what have you? You're asking a question because you know certain things are worth different amounts. So they'll affect your overall average different amounts. So a weighted mean, if you'll read, is if the importance of each value is not the same. The mean is called the weighted mean. It has different weights. So a test might have a greater weight than a quiz. It'll affect the overall average more. So what does this really mean? How do we calculate it? And what does this look like mathematically? That's our topic today. So here is a sample student grade for 3 terms. So you can see in term 1, the student got a grade of 75%. But term 1 is only worth 20% of the overall grade for the course. In term 2, the student got a 72. But that's only worth 30% of the overall grade for the course. And then term 3, 88 is the mark. It's worth 50% of the term. So, how do we calculate the final mark? Well, it's fairly straightforward. The weighted mean is going to be equal to the addition of the grades multiplied by their weight. So again, we're adding up the products of the value and their weight. So, can we use 20%? Do we ever type in 20%? No, not really. So we're going to change this to a decimal so that our calculators like it, so that it's easy to use. So let's go ahead. 75 for the first term times how much it's worth, which is 0.2. Add that to 72 for the second term, multiplied by how much it's worth, which is 0.3. And then add that to 88, multiplied by how much that's worth, which is 0.5. So you'll see all of these will always add up to 1. 0.5 plus 0.3 plus 0.2 is going to add up to 1, meaning in total we're going to get what he got or she got out of 100%. So if we type this in, punch this into our calculator, we're going to get a final answer of 80.6%. So that's it. It's always the sum of the products of the value multiplied by their worth or their weight. And that's about as complicated as this can get. Let's do an example. We're going to calculate Buddy's term mark if quizzes are worth 30%, tests are worth 40%, assignments 20%, and homework is worth 10%. So for each of these, we found his average for quizzes, his average for tests, assignments, and homework. But all of these are worth different amounts. So, pause the video now and find out Buddy's final mark. I'll give you a minute to do that. Pause the video now if you haven't done it. And here's the result. He got 73.5%. So how do we find that? We found the product of what he got in quizzes multiplied by how much quizzes are worth, plus what he got in tests multiplied by how much tests are worth. Same for assignments and homework. When we added all that up, we get his final mark. How do we know that we did enough? There are enough things to add up and get a final mark. It's because when you add up the values here, you should get 1. Or if you add up the percents of everything, you should get 100. If you don't have that, then you don't have all your values. So just out of interest, I'll point out that if Buddy had done all his homework instead of just half of it, he would have gotten a value a little higher. He would have gotten 78.5%. So 5% difference could mean the difference between a pass and a fail. Hint, hint. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.